Aloha again, everyone, and welcome to the July 2021 Market Report. Today we're going to look at the July statistics, and I'm going to talk about the 3 key indicators that you need to watch to see if the market is changing here in Hawaii or wherever you are. I'm Mike Drutar. I'm the principal broker at NextHome Paradise Realty in Kailua, Kona, Hawaii, and I'm here to be your guide for all things Hawaii real estate. Let's start off with the North Kona market. For residential properties, we saw 58 sales in July, up 7 from June. Our median price was back at $901,000, which was an increase of $21,000 from the month before. The North Kona condo market slowed considerably with just 39 sales compared to 64 the month before. This appears to be caused by a decrease on the supply side and not a decrease on the demand side. Subsequently, condos in North Kona increased their median price $6,000 to $410,000. Over in the South Kohala market, we saw just 20 houses sold, down 10 from June, and a healthy median price of $815,000. The South Kona condo market had 31 sales, which was down 4, and a median price of $885,000, which was up $61,000. The South Kohala condo market is dominated by short-term vacation rental opportunities, and right now, buyers are absolutely focusing on these properties. The result has been a massive surge in the median price, going up over $200,000 in just the last 3 months. This leads us into a discussion about the condo market subset that has existed and continues to experience a widening gap. STVR, short-term vacation rental condos, have had a completely different set of market forces than residential condos. This is simply a function of the math involved. The capitalization, or cap, of a vacation rental under current market conditions will justify a much higher price than a residential condo. We are commonly seeing 2- and 3-bedroom condos range for $250 to $450 per night with near 100% occupancy. Many of these condos are booked up all the way through the end of the year already. Even on the low end, a $250 a night condo, if bought for $700,000, can have a cap rate of over 6% after reasonable expenses. That's not bad for a property that owners also get to enjoy from time to time, and that's exactly what they're doing. Looking at our combined North Kona and South Kohala chart, we see a few trends. First, we now have 3 consecutive months of a decline in units sold. We also see that for the last 2 months, the number of sales over 1.5 million are about a half of what they were back in the spring. Prices are generally following the trend line of last year, though down just a little. When we look at the 90th percentile sale, we see the beginning of a return to earth from the past 2 months. By its very nature, this can be an incredibly volatile chart, so we may actually see this go back up in time. On our condo chart, we are really seeing the supply and demand curve in action here. So much for a sustainable phase, like I was wondering about last month. Looking back at the start of the year, there were a lot of listings and there were an equal number of buyers for those listings. The units sold went up and prices also went up, but in a stable way. Now, as we look over the last few months, all those listings have been sold, and the number of listings on the market now is at an all-time low. However, there are still a lot of buyers. The result is a median increase of $99,723 in just 2 months. Just like in the residential market, the decrease in units sold is not a function of weakening demand, it is a function of weakening supply. If we saw a decrease in sales over 3 months and a decrease in prices over those same 3 months, we'd be having a totally different conversation. If all those numbers seem high, just run a quick comparison to the other 3 main Hawaiian islands. The median home price on the island of Maui was $1,050,000. On the island of Oahu, the median home price was $992,500. And on Kauai, the median home price was a whopping $1.3 million. Comparatively, the west side of the Big Island has had a median home price of $876,000, and the Big Island overall has a median home price of only $436,000. Nationally, home prices are actually showing signs of leveling off for the first time in months. After 5 consecutive months of record home prices, the market appears to possibly be plateauing. This is according to 3 key indicators. Indicator number 1. The median home price was $362,750 for the 4-week period ending August 1st. This was down 0.2% from the 4-week period ended in July 25th, suggesting that routine price hikes that buyers may be accustomed to have possibly begun to stall. Indicator number 2, the share of homes that have sold above list price appears to have leveled off. It stayed between 54 and 55% since the 4-week period ending June 27th. And finally, indicator number 3, while the number of active listings were down 26% year over year, active listings are now up 13% from their lows in February and March. These 3 things are leading indicators for you to keep an eye on in any market. Here in Hawaii, there is one other market that we like to pay special attention to, and it's San Diego, California. More than any other city in the U.S. for decades, San Diego has been the leading indicator of the market that we will have here in Hawaii. Our next screen is going to get a little bit busy, but bear with me because I tell you, it's going to be worth your time. We are looking at some key statistics for San Diego, California to hopefully get an idea of what we will have here in Hawaii a few months later. We're going to look at new listings, pending sales, closed sales, median price, average sales price, the volume of sales, and the percent of original price received. You'll notice that coming out of January of this year, every single one of those categories was inclining up for quite a few months. However, over the last few months, you'll see that every single category has either stayed about the same or has even gone down a little. Now, this is not to suggest that the market is about to turn and we have a similar down cycle as we had an up cycle at the beginning of the year. However, it does show that the rate of acceleration has decreased and is now nearly flat. This ties into those indicators that the market is beginning to level off, at least on the mainland and in a market that we watch very, very closely. If you're wondering what the prices are of homes here in Hawaii, take a look at this playlist I have. I'll see you over there, guys.